any artist that have this in Nigeria is wrong. A record label shouldn't give you your manager. You should find your manager. Now, a record label can give you a manager if you see what they are giving you is making sense. The reason why I said this in Nigeria, in America it works. Half of the manager record label are giving the manager, the artists are working for the record label.
Of course.
So there's no growth for that artist.
Right. Also, if I don't let the public to know, right, that you're saying don't bring it out there, don't bring it out there. If I don't let the public to know, I might not get a deal.
If you're an artist, don't burn the bridges. I don't care what it is.
Right.
There's a better way you can approach things. But I'm not saying Charlie Poppy's way is wrong because we don't know what's going to be behind the scene. But if it's a planned movement, I'm supportive. Like, I follow you. But if you don't plan this one, you burn things over because you're not going to be in the rooms. I don't care. I think you big, you know the moves. There's things you don't know. And music business is beyond the music itself.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yes, sir.
How we doing?
We're doing great.
All right.
It's a new time. It's a new week. It's a new episode.
Yeah. We're back like we never left. You know,
Yes,
you know what time it is, my G. Mr. Prince, Mr. Olu, Mr. O2 Fresh.
No, please, Joe.
How you doing now, bro?
I'm doing great.
Nice to meet you again.
Well, I must find a way to always make sure this getting is easy.
Yeah.
I keep.
It's okay. We're
making
working
my
on our
effort.
studio, so give us some time. All right.
We expect those sponsors to come on board too. So if you want to sponsor, just reach out to us.
All right, bro. Without any further ado, let's get straight to it, my G. What's going on?
There's a lot going on out there.
Okay.
Man.
So, what do you think about this? I don't mean to cut you off, but what do you think about this? Our new Dapper Music Entertainment. You see, Charlie Poppy Charlie Poppy left the record label, and now is before it was what was this guy under the record label? I think Shea Vibes left first.
I really don't know too much about it, but I don't think it was. I'm not sure. I think you're talking about Roga. Roga left Dapper. I forgot the name of. I forgot the name, but I know he left. It was something about, remember they signed a girl that they said he was saying to give the girl a house, everything, and he didn't get something like that. Okay. I mean, when Roga was leaving, that's bad. It was a rumor actually.
Right.
He didn't put it down like that. But coming back to the question he asked me, I think for me, one thing all this record label in Nigeria need to understand is all these young artists are becoming more learned. You understand things going on out there. So back in the days when some artists doesn't know how to read and write.
Okay.
Now, young artists know a lot more than what you think it is. So if you're a record label, they know. All these young boys know now. They're going to ride with you until they realize that, okay, they have something to leverage. The likes of Kiss Daniel couldn't talk. The likes of Charlie Poppy will talk. My point is, there's a structure. I think I don't have the fact.
We don't.
Yeah, I don't personally have the fact.
This is the thing. This is what I usually say. They put it out there to the public. We talk about it. That's
and again,
and we talk about it based on what we know and what we've seen, and this is just our opinion. But we're giving our take. So my question to you again is, right? So are you saying our record label in Nigeria, even in general, but I think it's very, very paramount, a lot more going on in Nigeria than any other places that I know. This our music entertainment.
Respectfully, I would say this. I just watched Keke talking about one podcast. It was breaking out. OJB had to play the sound. It was the one that did the beat for I think for Two Face or something like that. It was breaking it down. And I was so surprised about how it was breaking down, which was a good thing. But if you notice one thing about everything they're talking about that I noticed respectfully, you can see there's no structuring.
Of course.
So because the likes of Keke couldn't give them the structuring, I think every record label coming out from Nigeria doesn't understand structuring. When I say structuring, I'm not meaning by just having manager and having somebody that follow up and down. Nigeria don't have a structuring that makes things easy for everybody that works in a company to know what they're doing.
Okay, so you think it's because of the structure? That's why all these record labels and these guys are leaving.
When everything is not being structured right, you can't have the numbers right.
Right.
So when there's no numbers right, there's no way you can prove the things to the artist.
All right.
I'm not saying record label are not spending money in Nigeria. It's not easy to come to America and to be valued to the level where they do business with you. I'm just saying it. So Nigerian, what I see in Nigeria, what I see in most record labels.
Listen to my question, bro. Yeah. Listen now. Who is responsible for bringing this structure in this Nigeria?
There's nobody responsible besides saying that we're now. I think the industry is grown up enough to start just having. I'm not saying they're not doing it because I've had a couple of conversations with people. They have it. It's just like stamping it on ground when it becomes, imagine you talk to 3 record label and none of them believe in signing waiver for an artist to come and have an interview with you. Think about it. That's
a big deal.
Yeah, every time we reach out to a lot of artists in Nigeria,
they don't even want to sign waiver.
They're like, what do you mean by, what do you think I should sign waiver? Like, and I don't blame them. And I've talked to some people too where they'll tell like, this is Nigeria, you don't have to do things like this. Like, what do you mean? So when those things doesn't exist, you can't prove your point to an artist. So that's the problem.
Okay.
Now, I remember when we talked about Rock a couple of months ago, when we were talking about, I was saying like, a lot of artists are leaving their record label without understanding the work record label puts into place too. There's a lot of work. It's not about just you being big out there. You feel like record label does not put a lot. So to me, when the structure is not right, a record label cannot prove their point to the artist.
So can you say an artist like from the slumps, like from the trenches, 15 years old, a record label just discovered this guy's talents, signed this guy. He's from the trenches, remember? And you put in a little money in his face, tell him to sign a 5-year deal. He signed a 5-year deal, not even without a lawyer, because he's desperate. My guy won't blow, by all means. So he's desperate. So he just signs the record label and, signs the deal. 5 years from now, he's still where he's looking at his life like, God damn, I signed this shit like 5 years. Why am I still in the same position? Like, homeboy here, I know I'm way talented than him. He's getting airplay. He's traveling around the world. I'm still here. You understand what's going on? And he's now getting all those frustration and those anger he's putting on his record label. Like, they're not doing work. They're not putting in the work they're supposed to put in. As a record label owner, what is going through your head? What are you thinking? Like,
this
right. So we're still going back. No, we cannot finish this. That's why I know you're still talking about. I feel like structure has a lot to do with it, right? A lot to do with it. But at the same time, knowledge is power, right? So, but knowledge is in a country like I'll say African, like we Africans, like the desperation, the hunger to want to get out of poverty oversees a lot of things. You get what I'm saying?
Though.
Right, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in America. Right.
Yeah.
But they have lawyers. They have things. They have things in order that will actually make those things move smooth. And they have structure.
Allow me to say this to answer your point. Over time, there's something I figured out that only one person was able to say it out, which is Ashake. Ashake said it 2 years ago in his interview, like, when I've been texting Olamide for complete phone and they'll be like, Baba, look at me, and I was like, what's it? And when the time comes, he reached out to him like, come. He said, Olamide gave him the contract. He wanted to sign. He said, Olamide said, no, take it home. Read. Ashake was like saying, Baba, I won't sign. He said, Olamide said, for me, he was the one talking that story. Nobody knows. Nobody was there. But that shows how he values business. That's part of the structure I'm saying. No matter how the record deal is going to be, it's never going to favor any artist, take it or leave it. Because the more they grow, the more they understand what is given to them. Now, most of the artists will buy themselves out. What I don't like about how Charlie Poppy put it out, there are better ways you could do that when you have a business with a company. The approach of them putting it out quick, no matter how...
It's like back to back too, because like I said earlier,
let me tell you something.
I think Sheyi Vibes left. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Sheyi Vibes is under the
But do you hear about Sheyi Vibes like this?
Because he didn't. We did actually was exposed. He did, but he didn't make a. Sheyi Vibes is never the guy that goes on the internet and rants or shit like that.
I'm gonna give you another rumor that I heard a long time. You know, Ashake is someone with Olamide.
Right. I knew that.
They kind of
right because you know why?
Do business,
no, because you gotta understand too. Sheyi Vibes is in a place. I mean, Ashake is in a place where he don't even need it. He's never been that guy that's so he's in a place where he doesn't even need to loud it.
One thing I will tell anybody in the business world: I don't care who you are. If they help you up, don't burn the bridges.
Of course.
When you put them out, there are better ways. Whoever that is managing Charlie Bobby, there are better ways you could do it.
Sometimes, okay, I'm not trying to be an artist advocate. I mean, I could be an artist advocate, but I should be right.
Which is good.
Right.
We don't have to, yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is that this is what I'm trying to say because I'm looking at it from a different aspect, right? Also, if I don't let the public to know, right, that you're saying don't bring it out there, don't bring it out there. If I don't let the public to know, I might not get a deal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there are people that are actually waiting for, like, is this official? And they don't want to see it on the back end. They want to see it in the public. Oh, you're now with them. So I could call you and sign a record label with you. So sometimes, not all publicity is a bad publicity, is what I'm saying.
I agree.
Right. So me bringing that out there is not basically trying to shame my record label. You understand what I'm saying?
Did you read everything they put?
Right. But at the same time,
letters, though.
That's how the contract is. Like, so sometimes,
like, see, when you sign a contract, the world didn't see it. Nobody sees your contract. So this is the thing I always tell people. Like, that's what, you know, when we talk, I always say I'm big on team management. Like, it's very, very big. Every time you shoot a shot, be prepared for whatever is coming back. Because now you shoot we know what we don't know. So be prepared about how we're going to analyze it. Now, for me, how I'm analyzing it, one thing is this: if you put it out, is this something you've been planning before? If you plan it, that's good. That means you got other plan after this one. But if you don't have a plan, you just because you find some things horrible. And you put it out like this, it's gonna burn you very well. Like, I don't know how you think you have this viral, like, you. Some people will use paper and pen. You're just gonna be running your mouth. So that's what I think. You don't burn bridges.
Right.
Look, there are many names that we don't even know that have issue with a record label that we still don't know.
But this is the part. That's why we're actually bringing this topic in forefront, right? Because it actually enlightens and let people know that a lot of people are going through. Yeah, a lot of people are going through depression. We don't want to go back to mobile. We don't want to go back to all that stuff. So there's a lot of people going through this. So that's why we're always trying to expose this kind of topic. So people that are actually going through this depression under their record label for years, they need to understand, like, listen, there's other ways we could go about it, right? There's other ways, and if you're going through this, just know that man, it's a tough. This world is not. This world is a tough world out there.
You know what I'm gonna tell you?
What?
Depression to me is all about you don't want to move from where you are. Depression is not something that you gotta stay into. Depression is a way of telling you gotta wake up and hustle. Now, hustle does not mean working hard. Hustle in this place, because once I'm depressed, that means I'm doing something that is wrong. So that means I want to stay where it's wrong. I'm just saying.
That's your own. That's
how I feel now.
For a musician, that's how you feel now.
Because you know what, musician is just going there to sing. There are a lot of things that surround the musician that have make it. Let people work for you. This is another thing I study Nigerian musician too. You're collecting 1 million. I'm just saying. Let's just say you're collecting 1 million. You know, let me use 10 million, right? An artist is collecting 10 million now, or sure. And you hardly pay. I'm just saying, you hardly pay your staff 3 million out of your 10 million. How the hell are you gonna get the result you want? Because if you want to make sure you're keeping your 10 and you're using only 500 to pay your entire staff, nobody's gonna tell you a result of 9.5 million again. Now they will give you 100.
And that's Basketball says something close to that though. But that's not even right.
How are you gonna keep somebody you keep giving that money? You want them to now give you advice to go to America? Nobody's gonna advise you. So all those things, I feel like it started from record label. Even artists that have managers, go and ask managers that work with artists in Nigeria. Listen to what some managers will tell you about some artists.
Horrible.
You'll be like,
is this happening? No, talk.
And you look
me.
at them like you don't even hear that. I'm not saying they don't have it everywhere around the world, but we have to start changing that. Everybody have to be respected. Not only artists in Nigeria, only artists the people they respect. Nobody else is being worthy of that respect, which is wrong.
It goes back to structure. It goes back to structure because in a structure where everybody gets paid the amount that they put in. If I'm in a structure where everybody no. It goes back to because
imagine a record label, right? Mm-hmm. Any artist that have this in Nigeria is wrong. A record label shouldn't give you a manager. You should find your manager. Now, a record label can give you a manager if you see what they are giving you is making sense. The reason why I said this in Nigeria, in America it works. Half of the manager record label are given the manager and the artists are working for the record label.
Of course.
So there's no growth for the artist.
Right. But you know what's going through the artist's head now, right? You see that little money when they get to come split them to somebody else when they feel like say this guy not going to work. Grow. That's what that's where we're lacking.
Yeah,
that's the exposure where they don't get yet, and that's why we're just bringing this into forefront. They don't have that exposure because they're looking at what my pocket. If I start paying this guy, what is this guy doing that this one cannot do? But no, you need this guy. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're gonna break your bank, half of your bank for this guy to grow with you,
and I don't know why they don't see.
I watched one
video when Whiskey was saying when he did this song with Drake, he had to shoot 2 videos. So it's like I showed the first one, I didn't like it. I put my My point is this: he knows what he wants. You're an artist. You really don't want to put that part too. You definitely gonna have a problem with your record label. I'm just saying.
Right, but I mean, you could see.
So we don't have to focus on the record label only. It's all everything.
It's all parties. It's all parties. Yeah.
Everybody. I'm serious. The reason why I say OAP is this: they don't advocate for the right conversation sometimes. Right. Everybody is scared about saying how am I gonna make money, and if my money stops, who's gonna pay me? So we have a lot of OAPs in Nigeria to that, which I don't blame them because of who is above them. We won't be able to talk about something. And most of artists now in Nigeria work with the Oga, and they'll just call Oga and say, what's your body?
What's it they talk?
They'll just call and say,
don't fire you. So it's like, yeah, it's a quick turnaround because they can't speak up. You understand? The ones that actually know this stuff and want to talk about it in podcasts or in different aspects, even in the radio station, they know this stuff, but they can't talk about it because of the fear of losing their job the next day.
Yep.
It goes back to because there's no structure. If there's a proper structure, I'm not worried about you firing me because I have body of work that I could prove to companies.
There's something we call HR, man.
Right.
HR, they will call HR for you right now. One time.
Yeah, HR.
Everybody will see us.
But now bribe don't cover HR.
You know Nigeria don't have HR now too.
They have. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They do, but not bribe. You go. So that's the problem we have.
Let
me talk.
I don't think.
Let me talk.
I don't know. All right. But one thing I would say is this, in my own way of rounding this up is if you're an artist, don't burn the bridges. I don't care what it is.
Right.
It's a better way you can approach things. But I'm not saying Charlie Poppy's way is wrong because we don't know what's going on behind the scene. But if it's a planned movement, I'm supportive. Like I follow you, but if you don't plan this one, you burn things up because you're not going to be in the rooms. I don't care. I think you big, you know the moves. There's things you don't know, and music business is beyond the music itself.
Absolutely.
So that's the only thing. And to all record labels in Nigeria, I think it's better we start. I'm not saying they don't have structure, but implement it and enforce it. I think we know it, and that's just for me. And yeah, we're doing great though. It's good that we have something like that talking about.
Oh yeah. We have to still
overdue.
Absolutely.
Record label and artists is not still working in Nigeria like I feel like it should be. I've never seen the one that even makes sense. Actually.
All right, guys, you've heard it from O2 Fresh and myself, Big Vic. Yeah. Until next time. We say peace and love as we continue to connect the dots. So you guys just keep following us.
The content,
subscribe, and keep watching.
Talk about Big Vic. Keep it up about it. I like.
Peace out, y'all. We out.
Keep going, boy.